How's it going? Everyone, happy to have you on here. My name is Michael Strouk. I'm going to take the glasses off. I've got a light right there, so I don't want to create any distractions. If everyone could hear me all right, if you can see me all right, and if you're excited, head and get started. I'll give everyone a second. The other thing I want to know is, where are you watching from? Let me know your city, your state, your country, wherever that may be. I'm curious. I want to figure out where everyone's watching from, so that way I can tailor this to be the best possible live stream. I'm super excited. Portugal, New York, Greece, London. This is awesome. Switzerland, Costa Rica, Texas, Wisconsin, India, UK, Mesa AZ. Shout out. I'm from Gilbert. Not in Gilbert currently, but I'm from Gilbert. Washington, Amsterdam. Very nice. It sounds like we've got some exciting places. Well, who's ready to learn some more about Corvid and what this is all about? I'll give you a second to go ahead and write in the chat as you're all talking about where you're from. Awesome. So some people are saying there's some sound glitches here. I apologize for that. So I've got my mic set up. I've live streaming on YouTube. Internet's all hooked up, so it could just be YouTube's delay, and I apologize for that. I hope it doesn't become much of a problem. If it does, let me know. I'll try to adjust it as best as possible. But again, I'm just using YouTube's built-in system, so I'm trusting YouTube here to carry out this live stream as best as possible. Let's see here. I'm going to try to adjust sound here to make sure we're all good before we dive into things. Okay, so here's the goal for today's video, guys. There's a couple goals. One, I want to explain and introduce Corvid. What is Corvid? Why did it take place? Wix Code for live stream. My next biggest goal is answering your questions, right? Making sure that I could at least answer your big questions about Corvid, about how it relates to Wix Code. And then I also have some personal goals for this video. So on the Wix Turbo video, we were able to reach over 100 likes in that video on the live stream, generate a ton of comments, and got new subscribers to the channel. So if you're new here, first and foremost, thank you for joining us. This is the Wix Training Academy. Everyone that's here, that's been in the community, you guys know how awesome it is, you know, joining these videos, doing the live streams. It's a very, very fun thing. Wix is continuing to grow, and it's exciting to watch. So if you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button and click that like button. Anyone watching this live stream right now, and click that like button just for being here. I'm happy to have you here, and let's click that button for Corvid. And now, without further ado, I would like to explain Corvid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what Corvid is, explain some of the new features, and then I'm going to go ahead and do some Q&A for you guys. I'm going to answer some of your questions. I've got my clock. I have calls today. So I am going to be going until about 2:50, 2:55-ish. That's if we have enough questions to even sustain us that long. With Wix Turbo, we did, but that's completely up to you guys. But that's my cutoff point. Around 2:55 is my absolute dead off cutoff point. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So Corvid. Wix has been in the works for a while to rebrand Wix Code, and it's been exciting. It's been definitely an interesting journey. I've been a part of it for a little bit, but I've definitely been experiencing, you know, some of their marketing and sort of betas, being part of that Wix design experts group. So what they did was they decided to take Wix Code, so the whole interface, the whole product of Wix Code, and they decided to rebrand it and call it Corvid. Why did they do that? Well, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why they did it. For starters, Corvid, you know, Corvid is now a rebranded version. So now it's its own product. So instead of it just being integrated Wix editor, which it still is, and it's an important advisory because I know this will come up, that any Wix code work you've already done is still going to remain. So it's not going to be affected by this new product launch. But there are additions to the new product launch. And I see a lot of you here are still saying the video's getting a little stuck. But there's a lot of delay. I apologize for that, guys. I'm not entirely sure what the issue is there. Again, I'm on Wi-Fi. I've got mic hooked up, and I'm using YouTube live interface system. So I really apologize if you are one of those individuals experiencing a delay. I have everything set up on my end as best as possible. So this is going to be able to be played back. So if there's any issue during the live stream, I apologize for that. Just bear with me on this one. I'm trying my best. Hopefully YouTube will kick into high gear here for us. So Corvid got rebranded. So now it's a product of Wix. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Wix Ascend, but Wix Ascend was the marketing suite that Wix rebranded and decided to give it a name and add features to it. What that did was it now created a more luxury feel to the platform. Why did it do that? Well, let me explain why. Because if you look at Wix Ascend, what it did was it grew a bunch of marketing suite details, and it brought it into one main product under Wix called Wix Ascend, and it upped the value of Wix. It really did, because it brought in more features. Well, they're doing the very same thing with Corvid, which is Wix Code on steroids. Now, we're going to dive into why it's on steroids, but what I want you to know is that Wix Code is Corvid, or I should say Corvid is Wix Code, but it's now rebranded. Now let me jump into some of these features. Is Corvid paid? Corvid is not paid, so it's still integrated into the regular Wix platform. So it's still your normal experience on Wix, although you're getting more features now. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into some of those features because there are quite a few new features. Number one, it is now you can now use the node.js server. So I know that's a lot of technical jargon, and I'm going to try to avoid as much technical jargon as I can. But essentially what that allows you to do is it allows you to write back end and front end JavaScript. So you have web apps that you can start building in Corvid, which is an extremely big deal, and why this is such a big deal. Because now, whether you're designing multiple websites for multiple clients or you're designing websites for yourself, it doesn't matter, because what you can do is you can design one single web app, right? And then you can use it across all of your Wix websites. So you can build a web app using the back-end system of Corvid and deploy it across all of your websites. So it speeds up your productivity. So not only was Wix Code fast to begin with and enabled Wix developers and Wix designers to increase that speed in which they developed websites, but now you can increase that speed, sophisticated web apps and more sophisticated coding projects. So it's a pretty impressive functionality feature by having the front end and back end. So you guys are so used to using the front end Wix Code system, right? So what that does is that allows you to use front end display. That's all of your page code editor. That's all of your interactions on your website. That's all of your normal JavaScript functionality that I've been teaching you across all of my different Wix Code tutorials. But that has now increased, right? So now not only do you get access to that, but you get access to a whole back-end system. And I can tell you, because I was an alpha tester, and now that it's been released, I can tell you about this. That whole back-end system is fairly impressive, and it's awesome what you could build back there. And it's really, really, really exciting that you can build it once and deploy it across all of your websites. That's far one of the coolest things that Corvid did with their rebrand. You know, the whole backend system itself was huge, but now this is even more exciting. Another big feature that Corvid allowed is app monitoring, right? So you could integrate third-party logging systems to view and track your applications and logs and errors. But one of the big focuses of Corvid to deploy was debugging. Wix realized and recognized that a lot of people loved Wix Code, right? Because of all the functionalities, capabilities, everything it allowed you to do. It opened an entirely new world of infinite possibilities. Literally. If you know JavaScript and you understand it thoroughly, you can build just about anything using the Wix platform. Is there some things here and there that you have to go ahead and use a workaround on occasionally? Yes, there is. But if you think about it, that goes for any platform. But what this did is they wanted to build in a debugging system, because a lot lot of people would build in Wix Code and really struggle with, okay, in my case, I followed your tutorial. I've seen what you tried to show me, but my code's not working, or my code's showing an error. So now Wix integrated and Corvid now allows you to use third-party monitoring systems or logging systems to log your different errors and figure out where the error in the code is and what it is that's causing that error. And by doing this, you can now quickly debug your code. Now, if you don't understand JavaScript, and you don't understand, how it works, it doesn't mean that it's going to make it just simple for you. And then all of a sudden you're just going to magically understand how to code and exactly where each error is and how to fix it. But what it does is it speeds up that time in which you find the error. Now, from the moment you find it, that's when you have to determine, okay, I found the error in my code. How do I move forward with it? And that's what Wix Code and now Corvid really want to focus in on. I see a lot of people saying here that there's still glitches with the stream and that the sound is getting all wonky. I really apologize, guys. I am not 100% sure what's going on with that. Like I said, I've got my microphone right here, and I will double check that real quick. Bye. Yeah, so mic is hooked up, everything. Let's check here. Mic is good there. So mic is all hooked up. YouTube Live is hooked up, and it looks like there's some syncing issues with the video. Just connection issues. Yep. I'm going to keep moving on. It's YouTube connection here. So I apologize for that. So you guys can still hear. So another person just asked, is Corvid completely free? I know Ascend isn't. So that is correct. And yes, Corvid is completely free at the moment. It's just like building in the Wix editor. It just same process, same feel, except now you've got that back-end functionality deploy across all of your Wix websites. That's by far one of the coolest features that Corvid has announced. There's a couple other ones you guys already know about. Wix Pay API, all those different APIs. I've been making videos on for a while. But some of the other more sophisticated things is you can now use wrappers, and what that does is it allows you to create adding SEO descriptions for selected web pages. That's a small little thing. Another really big part of the NPM packages, and that allows you to install node packages, which is that backend to work with external JavaScript libraries. So this allows you to pull external JavaScript libraries and use these NPM packages to pull them in, which is really exciting. Again, a lot of what Corvid does is it allows you to use more sophistication in your code, right? So it allows you to get more sophisticated with the way you use the code, the way you interact on your website, the way you build out functionality and apps. That's the biggest thing I want you to understand with Corvid. It's a major read of Wix Code, and it's exciting, and there's a lot of technical details. And what I did, by the way, is I threw the link in the description. I believe I threw the link in the description for Corvid, and you guys can feel free to go there and definitely start checking out all the different features that Corvid offers over and above. I just discussed. I wanted to hit the highlights and the big moments with Corvid. There's some intricate details too, and some documentation and API references that you can start pulling off of Corvid. And by the way, the Wix Code forum is now the Corvid forum. So anything that was Wix Code before has already completely been rebranded. Yes, and yesterday, everything switched over from Wix Code to Corvid. So that's something important to know. So first and foremost, before I dive into questions, can we just get a thumbs up? Like this video if you're here joining me, and if you like everything you've heard so far about Corvid and what Wix has been doing. I'll go ahead and give you a chance to like. Obviously, keep going ahead in that chat box. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, guys. This is all exciting stuff. This is very, very exciting stuff. By the way, our goal is to try to break 85 likes. Like the video, not in the chat, but on the video. That's what we had on Wix Turbo. That'd be awesome to beat today. We'll see if we get it. So how will Corvid affect ease of use? So there's no problem at all as far as ease of use with Corvid. So what I mean by that is it's just like Wix Code. So it's literally the same platform. The same interface that Wix Code had with added features to it. So if anything, it's speeding up what you already had. It's got better integration with Wix's new systems, including Wix Turbo. It's got better integration with just the whole Wix interface, as all the Wix apps APIs have been opening up. So now there's just more integrations possible, and that's exciting. That's the good stuff. So that's the exciting stuff here. Now I've got some questions I'm going to start going down the list and try to answer here. Could I create a post scheduler with Corvid? Honestly, I'm going to have to look into that, but I don't see why not. If you can find the proper code to get the post scheduler built out, you should be able to now, like I said, with even some of these back-end web apps, you can build a web app that will allow you to build that out and deploy it. So definitely, as long as you could put the technical code together, which, by the way, guys, shameless plug here, I'm just going to throw it out there. My team and I specialize, well, in Wix Code, but now known as Corvid. So if you guys have a project, you guys have a web development system you're looking to get built out, my team and I are available for hire. We do that. I'm just going to throw out once in the video in this live stream, just so you're aware, and you can find out more about that in the description below. You can schedule a free strategy session with us, discuss exploring your project together. Just throwing it out because this is what we specialize in right here, Wix Code, now known as Corvid projects. So do you have to pay for it? Again, nope, you do not have to pay for it. Any new interactive elements? Well, the interactive elements are obviously going to be exactly what you had before, amped up. So what I mean by that is you can create any on your front end code on your website by, for example, hovering effects, clicking on something. So on click effects, on hover effects, on mouse in effects, that kind of stuff still there, still available. Now, like I said, since you do have the ability to build back-end web apps that could up your chances, building out even more sophisticated engagement elements on your website, because you have complete control over what kind of web apps you build out. And again, if you're a Wix designer, a Wix developer, this is especially amazing news for you, because not only can you deploy it on one website, but you can deploy across all of your Wix websites. If you build out one general system, like one general back web app, you can deploy that across all of your websites. Yes, this we've got someone here says worst loading speed ever. Good news, Wix just implemented Wix Turbo, still being rolled out everywhere. So hopefully that gets fixed for you soon. Is Wix Forum now accepting API? So this is one of the things that Wix is slowly rolling out. You can pull different features from the Wix forum to use. So the API is still being rolled out for that. So just stay tuned there. But you do have some control and customization available to you, utilizing the correct codes and depending on what you're trying to do with your project with that Wix code with the Wix forum. So just keep your eye open on that, but start utilizing and messing around with it, because that is opening up. Will I be able to use my shopping cart for payments with Wix bookings? Yes. What I would recommend is, depending on how sophisticated you're getting, you can actually build out using Wix Pay API your own shopping cart, so you have complete control over the style, the design, the functionality of your checkout page, of your shopping cart page. And Wix bookings is open. That API is open to Corvid, which means you can utilize that Wix bookings API. So you can create a completely sophisticated booking system if you wanted, by using a back-end Wix app, in this case Wix bookings, and then building out your own payment pages, all that good stuff, by using the Wix bookings API. So you can do that, which is exciting news. There's a new feature allowing you to have an off-site database. Will that work with Google Sheets using URL? So this is exciting news, guys. You're totally right, and I was going to bring this up a little later in the live stream. Yes. So Wix actually officially announced Corvid at the Google Cloud Conference 2019, which like just happened, which is why this just got rebranded and was just released. And that's where they announced how gonna have offsite databases that you can start pulling, so you can start storing in cloud databases, and that gets very sophisticated, obviously, right? There's more to learn about that, and I hope to create some tutorials for you guys about that. But that's really big news for you guys out there, because a lot of you are going to want to utilize that in some way, shape, or form. I promise you, you will. One of the big things that Corvid did was allow more customization and control. And some of those things were like serverless computing, the integrated databases, built-in IDE. These are all, pretty big deals. So you can work in your own environment or can work in Wix's backend environment, and it allows you to, like I told you, maximize your workflow and increase the productivity you have over your website, right? Next lesson's creating a video sharing platform. Yes, I know a lot of you want to see something regarding that, about creating a social network where we upload videos. We actually just built that out for a client of ours, a complete social network, all completely video based, and it was really cool. They're doing yet, but they're doing some really exciting stuff, getting their marketing paired. So that is something you can do. You can build pretty sophisticated social networks, pretty sophisticated membership sites, all those type of things in Wix. So one of the big things I want to note here is really early on, before this live stream even started, someone asked, what does Corvid enhance Wix to compete against WordPress, to compete against Squarespace? In my professional opinion, for everyone that's listening, I think Wix has certainly already beat Squarespace, but Wix is coming for WordPress. In my opinion, they're already better than WordPress with everything they've just integrated in the past 6 months. And if you're not using the Wix platform, I highly recommend you get on it, because Wix is doing some incredible things. And we haven't even seen, and I can't talk too much, but we haven't even seen everything that's coming yet. And there's some big stuff that Wix just continues to build up. They are literally releasing small things each and every day. Wix even has a release notes page that you can search in Google and type in Wix release notes, and you start seeing some of the stuff they release every day. So really big deal here. We've got some other questions here. Can I use Corvid to build mobile apps for Google Play and App Store? I'm gonna have to verify if you can use it for mobile apps. What I know is you can use it for web apps. So I don't believe you could use it for mobile apps currently, but you can use it for web apps, and web apps can be just as sophisticated, and you can roll them across all of your websites. Can we create custom cursor that changes once we hover? We may do that with the back-end web apps now. Again, it just comes down to integrating the right code and using the on cursor, on hover effect, and making sure that we populate the correct code to hit at that correct time. So there's a lot that goes into these thought processes. Mark, guys, those of you that don't remember, we've got Mark Preston with us again. Gotta love Mark. Are there limits on what we can build in Corvid code? No. There are no limits. I can tell you personally that just from the projects we have received, with what a lot of people would have found impossible to do in Wix, are not impossible. I promise you that you can now build out any type of platform, any type of website that you would want. Just like you would be able to do custom building it from scratch with code, just like you would be able to do on WordPress. You can build anything you want in Wix. I can assure you of that. And Corvid is the backbone of that. Wix Code, Corvid, we're still adjusting to the rebrand here, is what allows you to do that. It's what fuels that new development process. It's what gives you those unlimited opportunities to build whatever type of websites you want in Wix. A lot of people don't recognize how massively amazing the Wix Code platform was, and that now Corvid is on top of that. And someone said, so this is kind of like a Wix Code 2.0. In a roundabout way, yes, but it's more powerful and it's rebranded. It's now called Corvid. So that's pretty exciting news. Can your websites be offline? Can you please explain? I saw that question. Just explain what you mean by offline. Having that said, it's got better the past year. Yeah, Wix is a completely different platform since last year. 2 to 3 years ago is when Wix really started to make some big changes. And then from that, they've added on significantly, and I mean significantly, each year over a year. And that's why you continue to see Wix grow. That's why you continue to see the platform evolve. That's why you continue to see these new features, because they're much needed and they're building the best platform possible for you, so that way you can utilize as best as Corvid, guys. Come on, let's hit over 85 likes. Let's beat that last live stream we got. Hit that like button down below on this video. I'm super excited to be here. I hope you're here, excited to join me, learn more about Corvid. I'm super energized because I love this platform. I love what they're doing, and I love all the new features we're getting to see. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm loving having you here. So we've got more questions. Oh, by the way, I can't seem to use this sign-up form on Wix training. That I'll have to take a peek at. That's the first issue I've seen with that in a while, so I'll take a peek at that for you. With the Wix Pay, will we be able to build a custom payment system fields for events, bookings, and so on? Yes. My team and I build custom payment systems all the time for projects. So yes, you can build custom payment sequence. You can build using any any type of payment processor that has an open AI. You can use Stripe, you can use PayPal, you can use Authorize.net. Depending on what Wix apps you're connecting to, sometimes you get a little bit more limited. I mean, you have like all of your Square, Stripe, PayPal, Authorize.net, Moolah, all of those. And so sometimes you're limited there. But if you're building a custom build, just make sure you're PCI compliant. That's very, very important when building out a website with custom payment. As long as you're PCI compliant and you're following that system, then you're totally fine. But yeah, you can create pretty sophisticated some payment sequences, which is really exciting because you can customize that entire user journey. If you've got an e-commerce shop, if you've got just like a booking system, if you've got a course platform where you sell courses, you could build custom sequences. So I really like that. We've got someone here that says love the new time feature. Yep, Wix just released this. So this is a brand new time and date feature. It allows you to pick times and dates. So it's like a date selector and a time selector, which is kind of cool if you haven't utilized that, especially if you're building any type of platform with bookings, any type of platform with relating to times, anything like that, like timestamps, even social media, date and time. A blogging platform, if you're building that, which I don't see why you can't even do that either. Use rich text editors, stuff like that. Build out a blogging platform. There's a lot of stuff you can do in Wix, guys. So this is super exciting stuff. That's what that date and time picker is good for, to store that date and time information in the database, and then depending on what you're looking to do with it, display it dynamically, or even just keep it in there as reference, so you have it on the internal side of things. Perfect. So again, I'm checking the clock here. I got about 5 to 10 more minutes left. Do we have more questions? We've got a few more questions. I would love to go and answer them while I have you guys here. I hope you have been enjoying this live stream. If you have, again, make sure you click that thumbs up button on this video below. We can up the engagement so that all the other people in this amazing community can come back and watch it, because that's what I'm here to do. Subscribe if you haven't already. What are the benefits of Wix versus Bubble? I get this a lot. Bubble's just different. They're different platforms. It really comes down to what you're looking to do, but they're two completely different platforms, right? Although they have similarities, they're different. And what I can tell you is that Wix, you have that whole environment, that whole suite of tools. So you have design, you have coding and functionality and development. With all this Corvid stuff that we've just been talking about. You've got marketing tools. You've got a built-in CRM. You've got email features on Wix that you don't always get access to or use in the same format as Bubble. So we're talking about Wix versus Bubble. It comes down to what you're looking to build. But as someone that enjoys Wix very thoroughly. I'm obviously going to sit here and tell you that Wix is the way to go, but I truly believe that in my heart of hearts, and I believe that all the new features with the backbone of Corvid really up the whole game for Wix. It's a game changer. It's definitely something amazing that Wix has just done. So make sure you stay up to date on that. But when deciding Wix versus Bubble, I'm going to sit here and vote for Wix. You obviously vote for whatever you'd like to vote for. All right, we've got another question here. We got about, again, 5 to 9 minutes here. How would I be able to create a progress bar function that would connect to the database when a video is about to be uploaded, similar to YouTube's progress bar? Okay. So as much as I want to answer this is a very sophisticated technical question. I'm going to try to keep it overarching main idea questions in this live stream. It's a great question, and I would love if you go ahead and email me that or comment that afterwards, and hopefully I could start to point you in the right direction. But that is a heavily technical question, so I'm not going to right now. I'm going to leave some room for some other overarching questions just about Corvid in general, about Wix, and then I could hopefully help you with that question afterward. What sort of things can you do with the new blog API? I'd like to have custom fields without having to rebuild all the membership and post-editing fields. Yeah, so I mean, Paul, it really comes down to what you're looking to do with the new blog API. I mean, what are you looking to build out? What are you looking to integrate? Because there's a lot you can do with it. Like I told everyone in the know, you have complete control over the different features and functionality you get to utilize with Corvid now. So this is a pretty big deal. So when you talk about what's available and what can I do with it, you can really do anything you want with it, as long as you're well, really there is no as long as. I mean, you could build out anything you want with it. It obviously does come down to what you're trying to build and how complex you're getting, but there's a lot of possibilities and opportunity with that new Wix blog API being open. So exciting news there. Thank you for answering my questions. Of course, that's what I'm here for, guys. I'm here to help answer questions. If you guys have gotten any value out of today's video, please drop a like down below. That's how I know I'm doing a good job. That's how you're enjoying this content. So make sure you drop a like down below and subscribe. Those are the two indicators that tell me I'm doing a good job, as well as with your comments and your here. All right, we've got about 5 minutes. Is there any last minute questions I could help answer? I'll go ahead and give everybody an opportunity here to write in our live chat. Keep up the good content. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, in spirit of launches, anybody that's on my email, I cannot talk about this too much because it's very under wraps. Wix Training Academy, yes, my company that I've built out. We're getting ready to launch something really, really big. Okay, and you guys are going to directly benefit from what we're going to launch. Now, I just want to give you the pre-advised. This will become. I sent an email out to my list talking about beta testers. Anybody that's on my list knows exactly what I'm talking about. Anyone that talked about being a beta tester, you're already in that sequence of getting onto the beta program. You already know all the details of that. You already know when that's coming. But if we're talking about launches, in the spirit of launches, we are getting ready to launch something really, really big. And the goal is to launch this within the next week or two, depending on the beta process, what feedback we get back, how the beta testers react, and how we're going to move forward with it. But just something to keep in mind, something to heavily take into consideration, because it's going to be extremely exciting stuff. And like I said, the DIY, the people out here watching these videos, building out the websites, are going to be the people that directly benefit from this new system project we're about to launch. So just to keep that in the back of your mind before I let you go today. We've got another question. I'm looking to add a third-party feature that allows me to be tax compliant across different countries within Europe and USA. My recommendation for that, Michael, nice name by the way, would be to figure out if there's already a system, already a platform, already a software built out that allows this, that has an open API. That's going to be the easiest way to integrate that. Otherwise, you're going to have to probably build your own. So I know you said you're looking to add third-party feature. I would research and see if there is a third-party feature and find one with an open API, and that will allow you to bring it in and integrate it into Wix stores, which will then integrate into the Wix Pay API. Or if you're not even using Wix stores, you could just integrate straight into the Wix Pay API. At the back end, are Wix Forum and Wix Blog the same? They seem really similar. They are very similar. At the back end, no, they're not exactly the same. They are two different apps. They are built out in two different styles, but they are extremely similar. So I can really see where the confusion there, the questions would be regarding that, but no, they are not the exact same app. They are different. We've got one more question. How can I stay up to date with that launch you were talking about? How to stay up to date with that launch I was just talking about. Again, Wix Training Academy, we're getting ready to launch something huge. Let's get a thumbs up for that if we can, because I'm really, really, really excited for that. Get on the email list. So head over to Wix Training Academy and just go ahead and register for the Wix Training Academy platform. If you're already on the platform, you should be on the email list automatically. So that's how you're going to have to stay up to date. I'm going to be posting some videos about this. I'm going to be using the community feature on the YouTube mobile app. If you didn't know about that, I'm going to post on there. Our Facebook group, so the Wix Training Academy Facebook group, but Wix Training Academy platform, those are all the places to keep up to date as far as that launch. It's something you're not gonna miss. Seriously, it will change the way you design and your workflow in Wix, and it will make your life a lot easier, especially when you get caught up on some snags or need some extra help. I promise you that. So just a little foreshadowing there. All right, we're at 2:52. Do we have any last minute questions before we go ahead and close up the live stream today? Again, one last thing I want to do is in the live chat, if you're still here with me, 1 out of 10, I'm okay. I'm very open to criticism. Let me know how this live stream was today. And if you're on the Wix Turbo live stream, you could even compare feedback real quick. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how was today's stream? Go ahead and give me a rate. And then also like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and see. Again, on a scale from 1 to 10, how did we do today? How was today's live stream? I asked these so that way we can improve moving forward. Too many technical problems. Yeah, no, I totally understand. I'm going to have to figure that out as soon as this ends. Zach, thank you. I appreciate that. You're funny, Mark. 10, laggy 10. Okay. Awesome. All right. So it looks like we've got some good feedback. I appreciate it, guys. Again, it's been exciting. I apologize for the glitches in today's video. Obviously, it seemed like there's quite a few technical difficulties. I'm going to have to look on YouTube, look at the Wi-Fi here, figure out what happened on that end. But again, I'm using YouTube system as far as the live streaming goes. So there must be some and that. I apologize for that if that was the case. But I do appreciate your feedback. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being part of this community. You guys continue to be amazing. Continue to go build your websites, utilize Corvid's new tools, and I really cannot wait to share what we have to launch up within the next 2 weeks. Seriously, stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you guys so much for everything. It is officially time to head off to get onto a call. I appreciate everything you've done here, and I appreciate you tuning in today. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Again, biggest indicator for me is drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button. That's what allows me to understand if this video and this live stream was really great. And I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you guys on our next video. And I'm going to start releasing Corvid tutorials, so not Wix Code tutorials anymore. I'm going to start calling them Corvid tutorials. So make sure you tell your friends, any business owners that watch my videos that weren't on the live stream today, that they're called Corvid tutorials now, not Wix Code, because that's what it's now called. Thank you guys again. Hope you enjoy Corvid. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. I'll catch you in our next video. Stay on the email list. Check out Wix Training Academy. Like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are awesome.